Hi everyone, this is Athena from Courage Coaching. Thank you for joining me today. I wanted to talk about the topic of addiction in today's video. Now, why do many of us have addictive behaviors? What are we trying to achieve by being addicted to something? Most people that develop addiction have usually suffered trauma in their childhood. Now, this is something that has been scientifically researched. When we are addicted to something, when we look outside ourselves, we are trying to soothe ourselves. Many of us who suffered abuse in childhood were not taught how to soothe ourselves because our primary caregiver wasn't able to teach us this. We may have had a mother that wasn't emotionally mature enough. We may have had a mother that had a personality disorder, that had a lot of trauma from her own childhood, and she wasn't healed enough as a person to give us what we needed as a child. When our parents are traumatized themselves, when our parents live with personality disorders, they are not able to meet our emotional needs. In certain developmental stages, we didn't get our needs met. We couldn't progress in a healthy way. So we were left with a sense of confusion. We were left with a sense of emptiness. Our parents may not have been able to love us unconditionally. Conditional love doesn't allow a child to feel safe. It doesn't allow a child to feel loved. Conditional love means that you are only loved if you do what your parents want you to do. And if you don't do what your parents want you to do, then you aren't loved. Then your love is withdrawn. So you will go through life feeling a sense of emptiness. And this feeling of emptiness, this feeling that you weren't loved properly, will cause you to look for comfort outside yourself. So many of you, including myself, will have developed certain coping mechanisms by being addicted to certain things. So in my case, my main addiction was to sugar and comfort food. So for most of my life, I enjoyed eating loads of carbs, loads of pasta, loads of pizza, loads of bread, loads of sugar, which was not healthy for me, which was not something that contributed to me having a clear mind and a clear head. I recently discovered when I stopped eating all these excessive carbs and sugars that my mental health greatly improved. The more sugar I had in the past, the more my anxiety would spike. Sugar and carbs and unhealthy foods were my way of self-soothing and trying to fill the void that I felt, the emptiness I felt. When I was in my early 20s, I was a smoker. I smoked 1.5 packs a day of very strong cigarettes because that was my addiction. Back then, that was something that helped me self-soothe back then. Addiction is something that you see in all forms. We all have things that we do that are addictive. And for some, it may be healthier addictions like working out, going to the gym all the time. That's definitely better than being a gambling addict or a drug addict because obviously it is very self-destructive. But you need to ask yourself, why do I feel the need to do something all the time? Why do I feel the need to indulge in certain things all the time? So I would like you to leave comments below the video and talk to me about the addictive behaviors that you have and why you think that you may indulge in these behaviors. There is no judgment in this video at all. I would just like you to explore this topic with me. We are all guilty of it. Some of us maybe more than others, but we are all guilty of having had addictive behaviors at some point in our lives as a coping mechanism. So please feel free to share your experience below the video. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you would like to send me a question, then please feel free to email me at courageisallyounneed@gmail.com. Take care. Bye-bye.